Good afternoon, everyone. Right, I'm really keen to do this little box for our threads and things, so I've kind of got on with it. Really, it's too hot outside for me. I'm not going out today. I've drawn out a box loosely based on the sizes of this one. It's not going to be as stiff as this one. This one's quite stiff, but there was lots of layers on that, so it's going to be a lot softer than that one. But I'm hoping that you can read the dimensions there. I've done it in millimeters. You need, yeah, I just tweaked it slightly. Basically, to make it really simple, your lid needs to be about 2 millimeters bigger than your base. Okay, so you can make it any size you want. If you want to make the size that I'm making, which is that one, okay, here we are. So you've got a 1 2/8 of an inch square in there, or 30 millimeter, which is 3 centimeters. This is 112 millimeters. Sorry, I know it's a pain, but it's the only way I could do it. Which is 4 4/8 of an inch. And then this edge is 94 millimeters. So it's not going to be square, it's going to be rectangular. Just trying to keep that in focus for you. So this side is 94 millimeters. So this is the top. Okay, you don't need such deep sides because, as you can see on this one, the sides of the top, if that makes sense, are quite shallow. It's the base that we need deeper. So I'm going to leave that there for a second. All right, so you can have a look. Okay, if I can work out how to do a PDF, I will, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's the top. So the base is literally just a tad smaller, but obviously these bits are wider. So you've got 50 centimeter square there, or 2 inches. So I'm just trying to keep this all still for you. You've got 4 3/8 this measurement, or 110 millimeters. And if you remember, it's just 2 millimeters shorter than the top, so the top hopefully will fit over this nicely. This measurement is 92 millimeters, or 3 6/8. Okay, and basically these corners should be squares when you cut them out. Don't worry if you don't get it dead on. You can wangle it, you can wiggle it. It's good. It's felt. It's going to be quite soft and easily maneuverable. Okay, and you can sort it out if it gets a bit wonky. Okay, you do need. I tried to get it all onto one A4 sheet of felt. In the UK, that's how felt is sold. It's in an A4 pre-cut sheet. I couldn't get them on, so you will need 2 sheets of felt, same colour, contrast, whatever you fancy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Just, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that's both. So you can see that is just a bit smaller than this, and that's all you need. You can make these as deep as you like. Okay. You can fluff around with that. You can make them 7 centimeters tall if you want to. It's completely up to you. All right. I've basically based it on the most common size threads that I've got, which is this sort of size. All right. That'll fit in there easy. Oops, stay. And then the Gutermann threads. And again, it'll fit in. It'll just stick up very slightly. I should have thought of that previous. I based it on these ones, and I thought actually this is the size that you most commonly get in haberdasheries and that. So yeah, it's going to stick up very slightly, but that doesn't matter because we've got plenty of room in the top here. It can just sit. It'll go. It'll be fine. All right. So that's the reason for those measurements. As I say, if you've got the really big spools of thread, then obviously you're going to want to make your sides a lot taller. All right. So base it on what you've got, and if you haven't got anything at the moment, that is the most common size. I say the Gutermann threads. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that's that all explained. So jolly good. Right. So I'm hoping that you've got those. Just message me and I can email you or whatever. If I remember, I'll put it on my Susie Q Makes Facebook page for you. So I've cut out my base. Now, it is up to you. You can decorate the base if you want to, but you don't see a lot of it once the lid's on. What I might do is, you only kind of see, this is like this will be, if you imagine when that's we'll box the corners, you're just going to see this bottom area here. So I might do some little stitching and that right round the bottom where when it comes up to a box. All right, so you know, you can just decorate these edges basically if you want to. And obviously the base, it's up to you, do it as much as you like. You know, I'm going to concentrate mainly on the top, as you can probably see here. I did have some other bits of felt. I mean, I've got a massive box of it, which is down there. So, you know, yeah, I know everybody's not going to have that. But these felt shapes, if you've got a Hobbycraft near you, they sell them in the kids bit. And, you know, they're as cheap as, they are not expensive. Or just cut your own. I mean, I'm lucky I've got a die cutter. Yes, I've done it all on the Sizzix. Yes, there it is. But you can easily buy these shapes pre-cut. And, you know, lots of other different shapes as well. So, just going to tidy that up a bit. It's a bit hairy. So all I'm going to do is decorate the life out of this basically. So just make it a bit of fun. And I know this looks a bit odd, but I'm planning on those sort of coming around the edge of the lid, because I think, you know, I'm hoping that'll look quite fun actually. So it'll be half on the top and then half around the edges, if that makes any sense whatsoever, which I think it does. Okay, so I've just, you know, plonked spots on basically, and these are bigger spots with smaller spots cut out. That's as technical as it got. And the reason I'm doing that shape is because a while ago I showed you this notebook that I got. It was a bit of a misbuy. I thought there's a lady called Spargo, and she does, is her name on here anywhere? She does a lot of felt work. Well, that's Sue Spargo there. That's all the blurb about her. And she does a lot of work with felt and some beautiful stuff. I mean, you know, the decoration is just stunning. And this is actually a notebook, and I thought I was actually buying a, you know, like a craft, do along type thing. I don't know, can't explain it really, but one that sort of gives you projects to do and that kind of thing. This is not that. So that was my fault. Yeah, there you go. Buying on Amazon late at night is never a good idea. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to kind of do these kind of things with my spots. And it'll be a very decorative top then. And then, you know, maybe fill in with some sashiko type stitches, or just, you know, just some running stitch, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to mess around with it really. I'm just going to have some fun. I think I've said, I know I have said before actually, that I rarely play. Everything I do, I want it to have a finished, you know, I want it to have a finish, an end use. That's the word. So I'm allowing myself to play. So I'm going to have a go at doing some decoration like that on my lid. Okay, so once I've finished all my decorating and you know, decorative stitching around the base of this one, what will be the base basically, because that square in the middle is the base of your box. So I'll just do around the edges here. It's then a really simple case. If you've ever made a box before, it's so easy. You just you get your square, you fold that to a point so that your top matches and your corner matches, stitch that, and that forms a corner. Let me pin it just to, in case you've never done one before. Let me so imagine that's stitched. Okay, so that forms a corner of my box. Sorry, this lighting, let me just put that on again. Not that it's made much difference, but there you go. All right, so once you've stitched up all your four corners, like that, okay, it forms your little box for you. All right, and then, you know, you do exactly the same with the corners on your lid. Just sew them up. Just a simple, you know, you could do a running stitch. Again, if you know how to do blanket stitch looks lovely on corners. I looked on YouTube last night. There are hundreds of videos on how to do blanket stitch, so I really don't think, you know, I don't need to do one because there are hundreds. I looked. yeah, and you know, you end up with seams like that, and you make them as decorative as you want. But like I say, I'm only going to concentrate my decorating down here because the rest of it's going to be covered by the lid. All right, and it'll be, you know, it'll be a nice little storage box. I think you'll get quite a few threads in there actually, and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, so that's what I'll be playing around with later. I'll sit and stitch it tonight. I must get on and do my Anne Brooke page actually, because she's teasing us with a new page already. So I thought I'd quickly upload that one for you. Check out Sue Spargo. As I say, if you want some little inspirations on decorations and stuff like that, she does. Again, she mainly works with felt, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think she uses wool felt and that. I'm also going to have a go at making her little bees. I don't know. I need to get a close up and see how she makes those. It might be bullion stitch actually, but yeah, but they're stitched. I don't know if it's coming into focus or not. So yeah, anyway, so have a go. I'll show you mine. I'll do a weekly catch up Sunday. Tomorrow I've volunteered myself. My daughter's moving, and I volunteered myself to go and help her pack stuff. Oh, I know, insanity. So Saturday I've got to catch up with the tag challenge actually, and yeah, I've fallen way behind on that. I think I worked out I've got to do about 12 tags to catch up with the 30 days, because they're almost at the end of it. No, it's even more than that. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'll catch up with you on Sunday and I'll show you this. It should be finished by then. So, all right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.